Hello everybody, welcome back to the videos of the Barnet rolling their way up to the top league of the English football system. This is all about football management games channel. My name is Frozy, or my nickname is Frozy, and today is the episode 2 of the season 2. As you see, we're in the beginning of the season. We're in the pre-season, to be correct, and yeah, the season hasn't started yet. Okay, so let's look at our fixtures. We have planned 5 friendly games. A couple of them has been played. I was thinking about my team, and that's the decision I've made. I need to strengthen my team more, and I definitely need money for that. What I have now is not sufficient to buy more than one good player. So I think I have to sell the most expensive player I have. He was bought just a season ago, and I've bought him for hundred thousands of pounds. So this will be a very good deal because if I will get 300k from his transfer, then I will be able to buy 3 good players, and I hope that will strengthen my team a lot. I've already bought a couple of midfielders, 2 youngsters. One is Bowen, second is Anders, and I hope that they will be able to substitute my best midfielder. Maybe not in 100% of his skill, but anyway, they will cover him. Besides that, I have good defensive midfielder. So, um, yeah, Porter is the target for sale. Of course, I don't want to lose my most valuable player, my best player, but I have to do so because my goal is to get into the top league and I need to strengthen my team to be able to reach that target. Uh, okay, I also think I will sell McDonough because I need place in my team to buy new players, and this guy is the one I don't need. He's a substitute, he requires higher wage, he's 35 years old, he didn't impress me last season, so yeah, he's the guy to who have to leave the team. Okay, let's look at the shortlist. I want to strengthen each of my lines. So what do I have in an attacking line? This guy, Banbury, as I told already, yeah, he's recommended by my scouts. As I've told already, I've already bought this guy in the past. I remember him. I don't remember why, but I think if I remember the name of this guy, then probably he's a valuable one. Maybe he's a player who can make the difference on the pitch. Oh, he wants 2k per week. Wow, he's very expensive. Should I risk? Should I risk? Yeah, I think I will risk because that's one of the reasons why I decided. Oh, his current wage is 2K. Why I decided to play this career. Okay, so he's very expensive, but I believe he will be the one who will make the difference. At least I hope so. Okay, so we've got a forward. No, 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 no. Chester, stop, Chester. I remember I've seen some cheap defender somewhere in Bristol. Bristol City, Bristol Rovers, probably. Yeah, this youngster is also cheap, so we're able to buy him with our current budget. And yeah, his character is not too good with round player. He's not the best type of player you can get, but I think that combination of his age, price, and skills should give us a chance to buy him. Ah, he rejected the move. Let's put him to the shortlist then. Okay, let's look at our shortlist. Maybe we have this defender, another youngster. Yeah, similar to the previous guy. Another young defender for 50K with good, well, not with decent skills. Let's try to buy him, but he rejects the move. Okay, let's go on. So we're having another com game. What was our previous game? So Huddle played not very well. Okay. Okay, Huddle, yeah. So what do we have here? Everything is fine in general. Huddle should be replaced with Naylor probably. And Alex Banbury will substitute Jackson as the main team player. And let's not forget to put a captaincy. A captain should be old enough, so all these youngsters which I have in the squad will not be a good candidates for that. So Naylor probably will be our captain. Okay, our opponents have continental style, so let's play with long balls and let's start this game. Trabzonspor, a Turkish team, is having some chances in the beginning of the game. The game is even, but close having his first chance, but he's tackled. But right after then, we're having our first goal. Scored by Bowen, our new young midfielder scored his first goal. Then we have a second goal scored by Green. Excellent. So the first half ends with 2-0, 2-0. Oh, Bowen has 5 despite his scored a goal. Okay. Trabzonspor is not ready to lose. They are scoring a goal. Augsburg is booked, but we keep having a better stats of chances. So let's swap Flowers, who is not too impressive. And let's swap Close as well and let the Jackson play. Jackson is a good substitute player. So we are winning this game 2-1, and Green is the man of the match. Robert resumes training. Okay. Rochdale won Green Cruiser. I think, yeah, his transfer listed. Excellent. I'm happy to sell this guy. What about 5K? Will I be able to get more? No. Okay. I'm happy to let him go. And he signs for the Rochdale. Will I get any offers for my midfielder Porter? Not yet, and nobody's interested yet. So yeah, that's taking some time, so I have to wait. What about the money? We have 77K. It's not enough yet to buy someone for 100K. Okay, next game is an away one versus the Albanian team Partizani. No chance changes here. Mm, what? Who played badly last game? Flowers was not too impressive. Okay, let's put Sorrel back to the squad because I believe in him more than in Scholler. And Robert is back, but he's injured a little bit. Maybe I will sell him as well because he was bought for 50K as I remember, and now he cost 4 times more. And despite his stats in the past year were very good, but we'll see. That will depend on the progress of the Porter sale. 0-0 in the first half. Porter plays not very well and close as well, but I hope they will be able to play better in the second half. Yeah, no changes, so let's swap these two players and keep pressing on. We're having 7 chances versus the 2 from the Partizani, but the game ends with a 0-0 stalemate. Bunbury was the man of the game, so his performance is really good, despite he has not scored any goal yet. But I am much more interested in his big number of goals in the official games instead of these friendlies. Season starts next week. Nice to hear that. So the final game of the preseason. Okay, Flowers played well. Anders was not too impressive. Porter, Jackson, yeah, no changes again. No changes again. So we're playing versus the Israeli team Maccabi Haifa. And they score a first goal. They are having a penalty chance, which hasn't been, which was not, which hasn't led to a penalty. And the first half ends with a 2-0. Maccabi is winning despite we're having way much more chances than they. So my team's performance is good. but Maccabi keeps having good chances. Oh, I failed to make a substitute, but that's okay. So we lost 2-0 despite we had 10 chances versus 5 uh, from the Maccabi, and it worries me a little bit because I expect Banbury, Close, Green to score goals, but they failed to do it. At the moment, I hope Robert, our top valued youngster attacker, will be able to score the goals instead of them. Okay, so it's the beginning of the season. What about our money? Money approximately the same. We have 80k. uh, and Scholler is out. And our first second division game will be an away one at the Grimsby or versus the Grimsby. I'm not sure that Grimsby is a town. But yep, probably that's the name of the town because their full name is Grimsby Town, as I remember. Not in this game, but in another one. So they are playing long ball, so I will use the counter attack style again. Will we what do we have here? So no change, no changes in the defense line. Uh, mhm. Hoddle returns back. Hoddle returns back as the first substitute in the midfield line, and Robert gets back to the main squad. I think Banbury, should I? I think, yeah, Banbury will go to the bench because Close and Green has proven themselves in the previous season. They proven themselves very well. Sorrel is our captain, and let's start the season 2, unofficial games of the season 2. And Close is having his first chance in the second minute, and it won't count. There was a handball. Close is having another chance in the middle of the first half, and he misses, but that's not critical because we are looking very good at the moment. However, the score is still 0-0. Attendance is excellent, as we can see, so I expect budget incomes from the attendance on a much higher level than in the previous season. And what can we see here? Anders from the midfield line is the worst player on the pitch from the Barnet at the moment. And Grimsby were having their first chance, but they failed to score it. Green was close to the net, but he failed to score a goal. Okay, so let's swap Anders with Hoddle. And let's replace Robert with Bunbury. And hope that Bunbury can make the difference. And he shoots wide on the 75th minute. Will be able to score at least one goal? Grimsby scores 6 minutes before the end of the game, and it's 1-0. We are losing despite we had 6 times more chances than the opponents, but the game is won by those who scores the goal, not the ones who have the biggest number of chances. And my youngsters mostly played quite bad. Everyone except Bowen had ratings of 5. I'm talking about the youngsters. Um, it's a pity because I hoped at least for a draw. This guy is a free agent. I heard that if you find such player, then he may leave faster. It may speed up his willingness to go to free transfer. So we have 85k budget. Next game is a home one versus the Cardiff. Good, good. So Anders didn't play very well. Let's put Sorrel back to the main squad, and Anders will be our substitute. And Robert Bunbury, no changes in the other lines. Okay, let's go. Let's go Barnet. Cardiff is having their chance in the middle of the first half and they are scoring their goal. It's 1-0 at home, but in a couple of minutes after that, Robert is having a chance and it's in. It's our goal, which was disallowed again. So there are a couple of goals already in the first couple of games that were cancelled. And we are losing again after the first half, despite we had six times more chances than our opponents. I don't like that stats. Bowen is having a rating of 3, which means I will substitute him as soon as possible. So Anders will play instead of him. By the way, I believe that Porter should play as our support player, not the youngster. Well, that was a risk and it didn't work. Okay, so we keep creating the chances. Another good chance is on the minute 69, but we fail at that and we're scoring on the minute 82. And then 2 minutes before the end of the game, we're scoring our second chance. So Barnet pushed a lot and managed to score 2 goals out from 14 chances, while Cardiff scored only 1 goal from their only chance. Not a good sign for me regarding the performance of my goalkeeper, but we have won. That's the main outcome of this game. Green is the man of the game. Okay, so the second division is a bit more tough than the Division 3, which is absolutely logical. So Green and Close finally scored the goals, and Rowett wasn't able to score it. I'm going to use Bunbury more often, and if Bunbury will become a stable player of the first 11, then I will be able to sell Rowett because Rowett is quite expensive and I need goals from him. Otherwise, I will be able to replace him. So let's put Porter Porter as a support player. Yeah, Porter. Porter is now our support player. And we are playing away versus the Peterborough. They're having a real chance in the first 10 minutes of the game, but they fail to score it. And then Porter is having a chance. He chips the ball over the keeper and it's in. So Using this player as a support player was really a good idea. First half ends with our win 1-0, and let's wait for the second half. We're having a good stats in terms of chances, and we're winning 1-0. So I hope we'll be able to end this game with our win. And it's a brilliant goal for Barnet. Headed under the goalkeeper, and the goal isn't counted again. So 3 games have been played, and 3 goals have been cancelled for us, which is surprising. Porter is the man of the game. What a good substitute of his position. It will be a pity to lose him, as I mentioned already, but I need money, and that's the most practical way to get your budget increase. Okay, so no transfer yet, unfortunately. While I'll need that money. Let's look at the tables, and we're in the playoff spots, which is great because the goal for this season is the only one to get promoted to the Division 1. There will be no excuses of for the any other result except that. Our gate attendance is not uh, too much, is not has not increased too much in comparison with the previous season. Okay, so we're having our first game of the Coca-Cola Cup versus the team from the Division 3. So I expect us to get an easy win here. So I can put a couple of substitute players from the bench to the main squad. Okay, let's put Hodl on the field. Let's put Naylor on the field. Let's use Shoulder as a backup person. Let's use Jackson and Robert instead of Green. And let's use a Pape goalkeeper instead of our youngster. Okay, this is our home game. I expect to win it for sure. And we're having a huge amount of chances in the first half, which ends with 1-0. No, the goal wasn't counted again. Wow, it's 0-0. Despite we had 11 chances, Bowen and Newson are not too impressive, so Bowen keeps getting low ratings. That youngster looks worse than the other guys I've bought. So the game ends with 0-0 despite we had 20 chances versus 0. It's a big question to my forwards, and I'm surprised that Alex Banbury, uh, was the man of the game. Their goalkeeper got a rating of 3. It should be 8 or 9, I guess. He managed to protect his net from the 20 chances. But I believe we'll be able to win. Yes, our task became more complicated, but we still have the higher chances to win here. Okay, our main team players are back. Mm, Anders Scholler is listed, so Hodl. Anders gets to the bench. And what about Bowen? Bowen cost us. Bowen has good value. It's higher than the value of a standard youngster, and his skills are awesome, but at the moment his ratings are low. But anyway, I should use him, and the home game is the perfect way to do it. So he will play. Okay, let's swap. I think Close, Green, and Bunbury will be the main players for now. So Alex Bunbury has really good ratings at the moment, and despite he hasn't scored any goals, I am happy with his performance so far. By the way, his value increased. He cost 150k already. Okay, that's great. Our opponents are York, which means we will do our best to win. As I remember, they are not too strong team. So we are keep pressing in the first half of the game. My team has a big amount of chances, but most of them are missed. However, the half ends with 2-0. No, it's 1-0. Second goal didn't count due to offside. Wow. The ratings are brilliant. The number of chances are brilliant, and we're having our second goal scored by Green. Yeah, and Green is having his good chance again, but he blazes it's over, so it's time for the substitutes. Let's put Close to the bench and let's replace Hodl with Anders. Oh, I forgot to replace my goalkeepers, so I'm playing with a reserve one. However, York didn't manage to create a single chance, so that doesn't matter. I can even play without a goalkeeper. I've heard that such tactics can be used sometimes in this game because, as you can see, if you create a lot of pressure, a lot of attempts, then your opponent fail to do anything. But of course, I will not implement it now. Maybe in the future seasons. So Green is the man of the game again. He's our best goal scorer so far, and Bowen scored his first goal. I discussed him, I was talking about him right before this game, and I mentioned that home games are the best ones to uh, make a practice for youngsters like him, and he scored a goal. Okay, Bradford won Dinstow. As I remember, this guy didn't want to join us at all. So I doubt he will, yeah, he will agree to join us. He's not interested. So let's remove him from the shortlist. By the way, what about this defender? Is he changed his approach? No, he has not changed his approach. Carmichael. What about this guy Tanner, whom I also tried to buy? He rejects the move. Okay, maybe later. Oh, how much money do we have? Okay, we have more than 100k. We have more than 100k. So maybe I can look for someone who cost 100k. Okay, I remember one youngster who should be put to my shortlist as well. Yeah, this guy who is able to play in two positions and he's young enough and has a good character. So I like the players who are able to play in two positions, but this guy is not interested as well. So let's add him to the short list and let's wait. It's not critical for me to buy players at the moment because, as you can see, the performance of Barnet is good enough for the promotion. But of course, I will have more injuries, I will have more players with bad form, so I should monitor the situation in my team very carefully. Okay, now chances in comparison with the previous game. We're playing an away game versus the Charlton, and the home team scores first. And they are scoring their second goal on the minute 24. So we're having a big problem here. Close is thrown goal, but he misses the target. But right after then, we are getting our first goal scored by Green. Yeah, Green and Close are covering each other, supporting each other. First half ends with 2-1. Team plays well, creates more chances, but can't score any more goal yet. So let's make substitutes. Bunbury will be replaced and Bowen with Robert and Anders. So we created more chances than the home team again, but failed to score. Needed goal again. Both Rowett and Bunbury are not impressive at all this season, thanks to Green and Close. Green was the man of the match again, but we keep losing. So I see that we are not ready for the promotion yet. We are not strong enough. We definitely need our attackers to score more. So, what can we see in the first monthly awards? We see that Klose and Rowett are the best players so far. So, I think I will use Rowett again more often in the first 11. Our next game is the home one. Good. So, let's put Rowett to the main 11. 6 games, no goals, but I believe the goals will come. No changes. Robert is clear of the defense and it's his first goal. Is it cancelled? No. So, seventh game of the Robert has finally brought him his first goal. Blackpool scores as well, so it's 1-1. Green has a real chance after that, but he is tackled. Close is followed in the box, and we are having a penalty. Gary Rowett finds the corners, and he's making it 2-1. So we are having plenty of chances in the first half, which ends with 2-1. Bowen is not good again. So what I see now is that some of my youngsters are not impressive enough, but that's natural situation. Okay, I think I can replace Close and put Bunbury into the field. and we are winning 2-1. So Porter is the man of the game. Again, attendance was lower than usual. I'm not happy with that. I hope that attendance will grow up after we will have more successful games. Porter is the man of the match despite Robert has scored twice. Wow. I think the next game will be the Coca-Cola Cup one. Okay, we are still in the playoff places. By the way, what is the position of our opponents? Rochdale. Oh, they are second from the bottom. We should win easily. They have lost all their home games, and the fact that they didn't get any goals from us in the first game is just a coincidence. Just a coincidence. I think I can still give some of the players a rest. I think our best scorer, Green, can have a rest because Bunbury is good enough for such team. I hope so. So Barnet keeps pressing on. We're having 11 chances versus 0 from the Rochdale, and we're scoring. But the goal is disallowed again. What a season! It has so much our goals cancelled. The first half ends with 0-0 again, and their goalkeeper is playing just brilliantly. Okay, I still don't want to put Green from the bench, but probably it's time to do it because we failed to score a single goal. And that's the superb goal from the Barnet scored by Porter on the 74th minute. So Rochdale was keeping their net clean for the 164 minutes. Wow. Green is having his chance, but his finish is poor. And Rowett was having a chance and he's tackled again. So, and here's the second goal. Let's wait. It won't count again. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. What a funny situations. So Rochdale failed to create a single chance in both games, in both cup games against us, and Barnet scored only one goal out from 44 chances. I have huge questions to my goal scorers and to the fortune, but I think they will need time. That will be transformed into a goals. Okay, we will play versus the Exeter. Let's look at their division. Liga 3 again. Perfect. Excellent. Division 3. Excellent selection because I believe in our ability to get the result with versus the any Liga 3 team. Heritin is out. That's okay. We're playing against the Bristol Rovers. They're having standard tactics. I have only a single change. Bunbury will be replaced with Green. Okay, Rowett is pretty good, but I want to exploit Bunbury more. I want to use him more. So let's go. The game has begun. Green is having his first chance, but he shoots wide. Then we have a penalty chance, but the ref waves play on. We have 5 chances versus 0. And that's our first goal, scored by Klose in the middle of the first half, which gives us a 1-0 result by the end of the first half. Bowen still plays with the lowest rating, so I will substitute him. I'm not too happy with his performance. However, the youngsters can have their first season with low ratings. Uh, Bristol scores a goal from their single chance. I'm not happy with goalkeeper in this season so far, but I will keep using him because otherwise that will mean that I've made a big mistake when I bought him. Well, I just want to give him more time to prove himself. The game ends with 1-1, despite the number of chances is 10 versus 1. So Green, Bunbury, and Rowett failed to score thanks to Klose, who scored the goal. Both Anders and Bowen played not too impressive. Chester want Lee Mile, the youngster who doesn't want to work with us. Perfect. I will be happy to get money for him. Let's try to get more money than planned initially, and we're getting 45k, and he decides to join Fulham. Great. Rowan McDonough goes to Cambridge. Perfect. I'm trying to get more money from him, but the Cambridge and Doncaster don't agree to pay more, and he signs to Cambridge. Leyton Orient want Paul Schouler. I'm glad to see such a lot of offers. What has happened on the transfer market? So there are a couple of teams. Well, basically, it's only a Leyton Orient who is ready to pay 40k for him, so he signs for Leyton Orient. Perfect. I have sold 3 players, so there's a lot of space here, and I see some players are not happy. Robert is not happy because he wants to be in the team. That's fine. Pape may ask relief. He feels he should be in the team. I will probably. I should make a decision. Should I keep the goalkeeper from the last season who is 33 years old, or should I build my team on a youngster who cost more and who conceded only 6 goals from the 7 games? I think the answer is obvious. I will invest in the youngster. Sorry. Jackson may ask to leave. He feels he should be in the team. The main indicator here for me is, well, first one is number of goals from the past year stats, and the second one is Velia. He cost only 30k, so I'm not too impressed. With him, I don't believe him too much. Okay, so I have several old players and youngsters who may leave because they are willing to play in the first 11. I will give them the chance. I will give them this chance. What about the money? Perfect. So I want to look at these players. Maybe they have changed their mind and will agree to join me. But I don't see any progress here yet. Okay, Okay. Hmm. I think I will end this episode. And we'll think on that next time. So, after the first 7 games of the season 2, Barnet is located third in the Division 2, uh, and only 3 points away from the position 2, which will allow us to promote without any playoffs. We have a big potential for the improvement because our attackers fail to score a lot of chances, which they have. So at the moment, I should be happy with the result of this season. That's all. Please comment, please like and subscribe if you like my videos, and I will be happy to see you in the future and hear from you. That's all for today. Bye.